All right. Hello, hello, lovely people. We're back at it, playing some Spider-Man. Um, I talked briefly about doing this last time. This is just another test video, um, so that I can kind of get a feel for how Twitch works, so that the streams can be better in the future. Um, as you can see, it showed it before, but I've 100% at this game, so I'm very excited to play it a little bit. Um, this is like one of the more recent. Oh, that's just a beautiful way to start me in a tree. Look at that. I got the Far From Home costume on. I actually own this costume in real life, which is kind of funny. Um, see if I remember how to play, cause I got this game a while after it came out, but when I did, I was just playing it like non-stop. Um, and I talked about this on the other stream, but that was like one of my winter breaks home from college was literally all just playing through this Spider-Man game. I don't even remember how to like fight or anything. Ooh. If I get killed here, don't yell at me. It's been forever since I played this. Oh, that's right. This is... I forget. I always forget you can do that. Oh my god. I'm used to Miles Morales now. So you can see I pressed the up button. I love this game. This is like, I don't know how well it's gonna show through on the stream. This game is beautiful. It's just like so incredibly rendered. And it's like not like even a terrible recreation just of New York, which I think is just one of the coolest things ever. No. Keep forgetting. Aha. What? Why? What? Alright, whatever. But I'm super excited to be playing this game. And I love, love, love Yuri Lowenthal as Spider-Man, which I know I said on the last stream, but that doesn't make it any less true. So far, audio seems to be holding strong. Video too. I really thought we were gonna have way more problems. Oh, you can see what I've got on the brain. There was a sale on the PlayStation Network with the original two Danganronpa games for like $15. So I had to get those for my PS4. And who knows? Maybe at some point we'll do some kind of live stream or let's play on the channel. I don't know how frustrating that would be, but potentially with one of the other people on the network who hasn't like seen it before. That could be cool. Just because it is such a fun series. I talked at length about the last Danganronpa game on my last Spider-Man stream, actually. I don't think we talked about it during the Avengers one. If you watch the last two streams, you can tell that we're still kind of, getting the hang of figuring out all the stuff. I've spent the better part of today and yesterday figuring out how to set up my PS4 to stream from my computer. Should I go fight those people? No, I'm just gonna keep swinging around. Know what we can do? You know what would be fun? Let's go sightseeing. Let's just travel all across New York and see what we can find. What suit should I put on? I got all these cool suits to choose from. and if you're watching this later, know that this is a test. There's currently nobody viewing this stream. I don't feel bad at all about not having any viewers. That's okay. Sorry, just taking a minute to look and see what the Twitch app has for me, because I'm learning. I'm still learning about everything. And I really would love to learn, more about just how Twitch works and just how the should I do the undies suit? Maybe that's for when we have actual viewers. Right now, the velocity suit. I love the velocity suit. Look how cool that looks. Speed. I am speed. I did forget for a second there that I have no idea how to do tricks in this game anymore. I definitely used to know, but now I can only think about how you do it in Miles Morales. Just look at this game. I'm just in awe every time I play it. This game is like 4 years old at the moment. Oh, had some lag there. That's okay. This game is like 4 years old at the moment, and it is simply like, just other games can't compete to it. And I really wish that the studio would have put this amount of detail into Miles Morales, because like, even if you go to like the tops of buildings and stuff, one specific example I think of a lot is if you go to the top of the Empire State Building. In this game, it is just so much more like rendered, if that makes sense. I'm trying to find the words, but I'm also trying to concentrate on the game. But like, you can just, it's so much more obvious that they put so much detail into this one, and they didn't really give Miles Morales that same attention, which is really disappointing. But I mean, just like, look at this. Ah, gorgeous. All right, all right, we're diving. Woo! At what point does Spider-Man reach terminal velocity and break his limbs? Here's the Empire State Building, right? Which one is that? One of them is the Chrysler Building. Oh. We're lagging. Just take it back into the waiting room for now. Oh, my camera came on. I wasn't expecting that. That's okay. Hey, what's up? You can see me with, because it wasn't working before, but that's fun. That's good to know. Yeah, I lost connection to that. But we went a whole like 10 minutes without that happening, which is impressive in my book. So we'll get back into it. By the way, did you guys like my Critical Role t-shirt that I was wearing? It's the Yasha Orphan Maker one. Glows in the dark. I need to catch up on Mighty 9, because I'm still on like episode 89, and they are like 60 some episodes or something ahead of me now, which is just disappointing, because I love that story. I really tried to get into Vox Machina more, but just like after watching Mighty 9, and like there, you can just tell that they are so much more polished in season 2. Although I do love the characters from Vox Machina, but I really wish I knew like exactly where to jump in, because there's still the whole thing with what's his name, Orion, who plays Tiberius, and how he like left the show early on, and so I'm always worried about like, oh, how is that gonna affect, my viewing experience. But if anyone watching this later has any tips for that, let me know. I would greatly appreciate it. Okay, wait, just checking. This is the Empire State Building. That's what I thought. I should be ashamed of not knowing that. I've been going to New York for how many years since I was a kid, and I still don't know that somehow. I love that I'm up this high, but I'm somehow still like on a police radio. Oh. Well, that does that. Good to know. Helicopters. Yeah, I'm really excited to just do more stuff like Let's Plays with the other people on this network. Just some of the other people from the channel. Especially to like share with them games that I've played before that maybe they haven't. Just because, like, I am sort of the resident video game nerd, which is why I wanted to set this up, so we could do stuff like gaming videos and streaming. But it seems like with the updated settings and stuff that I put in, this is handling a lot better than it did the first time. Oh, remember that? The last stream, that's the building I jumped off of as Miles. Should I do the same thing as Peter? I can't do tricks. Or, well, I maybe I can, but I just forget how. And I'm not going to look it up. I'm not going to stop and look it up. This is so fun because one of my friends, I was playing this game, and they were like, one of my friends that lives in New York, I was telling them about how it was, like a really like well put together game, and how they had this really great like construction of New York in it. And they were like, oh, ha ha ha, find my apartment or whatever. And I was like, okay, let me go and try and find your apartment. And I was able to actually find exactly where they were living. It wasn't like a complete recreation of their building, but like the area was similar enough that I was able to find it, which I thought was really cool. Maybe we'll play through this game again. Try to 100% it on the stream or something. This is such a fun game. Woo! Woo! I lived. But yeah, if you've got recommendations for like a game that you want to see us play, whether that's on Twitch or just like on the YouTube channel, we're still trying to figure out how to stream some of the more popular games and stuff. Right now, I've kind of only been able to figure out the stuff that I'm doing. However, fingers crossed that we'll be coming up with a more permanent solution sometime in the future. But for now, this ain't so bad. I don't mind this. But I'm still very wary of the setup that I'm using with my PS4, and just like using remote play to use it instead of actually wiring it in. And I know the obvious fix is to buy like an Elgato or an expensive capture card or something like that, but you know me, I gotta find the cheapest solutions. All right, we're at Trinity Church. Where's Hamilton's grave? You guys been to Trinity Church in New York? This is Trinity Church, right? I think this is Trinity Church. It's like an eerie experience. You can just like walk, because like you can walk through their kind of graveyards or whatever. And I went with my friend one time, and everyone was just like, obviously, because you know, you gotta be respectful, but I don't know, man. Like just walking through church graveyards is a very eerie experience, and something that I've done like weirdly more than I would have expected to. Just like being in church graveyards. A lot of the time, and it's always when I'm like on vacation or something, like my family wants to go to some kind of church and there's always some kind of graveyard. One really cool one though was when we went to the Czech Republic and we took a day trip to I feel like I can't exactly remember the name of it, and I really don't want to butcher it, but it essentially it was a church where all of the decor was made entirely of bones, which was just so like creepy, but just so like aesthetically pleasing. You weren't like, you're not supposed to take any photos in there, and I remember my dad was like sneaking photos, and I was like, Dad, being a bad dude. I definitely did too. I was like 14 or something. But like, I don't know, it was so creepy. They had the centerpiece of it all, and I'm sure you can research this if you look up like Bone Church, Czech Republic. Bone Church. But they have a chandelier that is entirely just made up of bones, and I think it contains like every bone in the human body is used in this chandelier, and man, that's just like it's a really creepy way to like use that decor. I don't know, it's interesting, just that's kind of how that ended up. But you know, like, it is still very aesthetically pleasing, and definitely something worth checking out if you're able to make it over to, or wait, hold on. I'm forgetting where all of the landmarks are here. Yeah, this is St. Patrick's Cathedral. That's what I thought. Where should we go? What should we go see? Let's go to, oh, I don't know. What's down here? City Hall. Does a school that's an interesting question. Does a school really exist where ESU is in this universe? You know, it's has sort of let's go to Times Square just because why not? It's the most touristy thing you can possibly do if you go to New York. Oh, hanging out with a impersonator, I see. But you know, because they created like ESU, this sort of fake university, right? Well, I mean, I get ESU. That's the name of a real school, but it's not. That is still like a fictional school within the context of this universe, right? I'm right next to it, surely. There it is. It was literally behind me. I have like no sense of direction. The steps. Hey, what's up? Woo! Alright, where's the TKTS stand? I guess it would be here, right? I'm gonna cut in line. Get out of my way. Give me one to see Phantom of the Opera. What are your best seats for Phantom of the Opera? Anything for Wicked. The very basic options that I just chose. Which is funny, considering that I went to school for musical theater. I picked like the 2 best known shows currently running on Broadway. Here's another thing I don't understand, and I can't remember for the life of me if it's because this was like prior to the Disney acquisition or whatever of Marvel. But, like, they have all of these, like, fake things, right? They have, like, what is this? Kate and Kevin. First and last. Is that supposed to be, like, Fast and Furious or whatever? I don't know. The views from the veranda. Is it, like, the view from the bridge? But, like, obviously, like, some of them are supposed to be, like, fake Broadway shows or fake movies or just, like, fake TV shows or whatever. But, like, surely they could have gotten some real things that exist to put in here other than all of these fake whatevers. Jeez. Oh. Lagging a little bit. That's okay. I do like that you can, like, actually see your reflection on some of the glass in this, because Miles Morales, I don't think that you can. Alright, let's go help some people, so they're not just swinging around aimlessly. Which I'm, like, more than happy to do, is the thing. Is, like, I would just... Oh. I did not realize that car crash entailed beating the shit out of escaped convicts. Or, I guess this isn't the escaped convicts, these are just random people. Woo! Did he just shoot his friend? Die. Alright, well... Saved them. Broke his neck. Oh boy. 1 out of 3 citizens rescued. I forget. Can you fail this? Is that... I forget. No. 3 out of 3 citizens rescued. Really? Where was the other one? I didn't... Okay. I'd be interested to know... Ooh. We have 1 viewer. Who's here? I haven't been looking at the chat. Say hey. If you're watching this test, I can't see who's in the chat. Here, I'll take a pause to look at the stream chat. Hello. Hi, Floyd. How's it going? Just hanging out and talking about stuff while I play Spider-Man. I think it would be really relaxing to do these kinds of videos where it's not really like, you know, like I've already beaten the story. I'm just kind of aimlessly walking around. If I did this in like a Q&A format, people could like ask questions and stuff while I aimlessly swing around to Spider-Man. Oh, yeah. Chilling, taking a break from reading. What are you reading? Recently, I've been reading some interesting series Right now I'm just finishing up one called The Shades of Magic series by V.E. Schwab. Really good books if you're into fantasy. It's a really interesting take on fantasy as well. There are like these different versions of London, and like magic affects them all in different ways. It's about the film industry in the 40s for the class you're TAing. That sounds right up your alley. I don't know many films from the 40s, but I'm sure that it's still probably a very fascinating class. Ooh, the game just lagged. Having better performance, though. I said this earlier, but I'll say it again. I'm having better performance than I did the last couple times that I've played, just in terms of video quality. But if anyone wants to leave a comment with some sweet tips, I would be more than happy to check out your sweet tips. I might change the suit. Might. Check my stuff. What suit should I do now? Floyd, you're in the chat. What suit should I put on? We got this one, which is the Iron Spider from Infinity War. We have the vintage comic book. These are just some faves. Some recognizable ones, if you will. But the most recognizable ones, of course, are down here. We have the Sam Raimi classic webbed one. Far From Home Stark suit. We have this Far From Home stealth suit. Vintage. Where's the vintage comic book one? No, where did it go? Let's do it. This is... I do like that they put this in, because it's a cool sort of throwback to the original Spider-Man stuff. And it looks surprisingly good, you know, for coming from a 2D sort of comic book style thing. It looks correct. And, you know, the shadows, I love that the shadows on it change. I think that's a really nice touch. Like I said before, this is a gorgeous game with a lot of really gorgeous elements. And I really wish the Avengers game would have taken a page out of its book, because it just didn't. And I will yell and yell and yell about that until the day I die, because it just makes me so sad that Square Enix, fucking Square Enix, made a game about the Avengers, and it just didn't deliver, which is just such a shame. And I really wish it had. But it's just how it goes sometimes. I hope that with the new characters coming out in the Avengers games, and I keep saying this, that it'll make it better. I really hope that they add more of the Avengers from the the films. Just in terms of, I would love to see Doctor Strange as a playable character, or Black Panther would be really cool. Oh no, why did you turn? I got hit by a police car. Oh jeez. Alright, there we go. I can vaguely remember excuse me. I can vaguely remember how to play this game. But only kind of. He just sounds like in genuine pain, which I guess makes sense. Are there more people coming? Yeah, there's more people coming. Organized crime. Yeah, just a truck full of people. Oh god. Aha! Oh why are there two of them? I hate these guys. I talked about that in the last Spider-Man stream that I did. These guys ruin my day. Oh. Oh. That is one nice thing about this game that I don't really, utilize as much in the other Spider-Man game, is just being able to, and actually, I can't even remember if you can do it, but just like punching people really hard and high into the air. I hate these guys. Hey, guess what? You're about to get your shit rocked. There we go. I just think Spider-Man voice actors are so cool, for the most part. I feel like all of the people that have, or well, not just voice actors, but just Spider-Man actors are always seem to have like really interesting and diverse takes. I don't necessarily know if they're all cool people, but I appreciate, like, there have been so many different takes on the character. Because of course you have like the ones from the main movies, and I think that I still maintain that Tom Holland's has been the best thus far. Just because, he's the correct age for Peter Parker. And he's just so endearing as a character, and you really feel for him. But like I said before, I love Yuri Lowenthal's character, who does it for this game. I think it's really interesting, though, that not a lot of people know this, but there's a TV show that was on like Disney Channel or something. It's on Disney Plus right now. I've watched a few episodes of it because I honestly don't know why. I just put it in the background one time while I was working. But Drake Bell as Spider-Man, which is an interesting choice. Like, it works, don't get me wrong. I just thought that he was too busy with his new career as a Latin music pop star, which is apparently a real thing that he's doing. And as someone that loved Drake and Josh growing up, it's surprising, to say the least. I remember like a while back he tweeted that he was like in my hometown, and he was like, what is there to do in whatever city? He's since deleted the tweet, but so if you want to go, oh no, I'll just go back to the waiting room for now. Oh, it's my face. I keep forgetting it does that. But that's okay. It's not like I'm embarrassed to be seen on camera. I am going to turn the camera off, though. Yeah, we just lost connection again. That's fine. It does that. But he tweeted that out. And I remember just being like, nothing. There's nothing going on in our hometown, where me and all the guys are from. But I thought that was just a funny sort of coincidence. All right, back at it. Back to Spider-Maning. This is easily, this and like the Miles Morales game. I might put that one above Miles Morales, even though I love Miles Morales, and that story is so good. I wish the Miles Morales game would have been longer, and I also wish that they had given it as much detail as they put into this one, because it felt like they rushed it or something, or maybe they intended it to be a smaller game the whole time. I don't really know, but it didn't feel like there was as much care and effort put into it. Never. Float, was that in reference to Drake Bell? I wasn't looking at the chat. Sorry. But I was it's a bummer that they didn't spend as much time on the Miles Morales game, because Miles Morales is such a cool character, and I just really like playing as him. But yeah. Oh god. You got violin music for your on your phone to play for you. Is that like this is the world's saddest violin playing a sad song just for you joke? Is that what that was? Was that? All right. Well, in any case, I don't really care. But like it's so interesting that they tried to make like other Spider-Man games before this and they just couldn't get it right. You know, like there was that one game for like the PS2, I think, that like kind of had good like swinging mechanics, but like we're lagging. But like nowhere near as good as this game. And it's just it's mind-boggling that like it took them so long to figure out like yes, put lots of villains in it, put like a free roam option so that I can just swing around a Spider-Man. I guess you know like systems prior to this definitely wouldn't be able to handle making a game like this now. And if it did, it would probably be like like original Final Fantasy like polyhedral style characters. But I mean like I'm you know I just like I wish that they would follow up on this. Like I wish that they would make more games like this. It's kind of bums me out that they made this one game and then they were like, we're not really going to try as hard on the next game. And then I don't know. You would think that like after seeing that success that like I realized that it's a different studio that made the Avengers game. By the way, 80% of this video will just be me complaining about what could have been with the Avengers game because I pre-ordered it and I'm still disappointed in it. Speaking of pre-ordering disappointing games, I am so glad that I did not pre-order Cyberpunk 2077 because it just seems like the worst. And I can't even imagine that. I don't even maybe I don't like have my finger on the pulse as much as I thought I did, but like I like it's wild to me that still even got through into like the stores and stuff, you know? Can I do this? Yeah, electric punch. Man, that's almost unfair. If a man with taser hands just came up to you and was like, yeah, what are you gonna do about it? Alright, there we go. Wait, can I do like a superhero jump? That reminds me, you know another superhero game that was like really good and delivered exactly what the fans asked for? Deadpool for the like original Xbox or whatever. I haven't played that in so long, but I remember playing it when I was like pretty young when it came out. Well, not pretty young, but I was like early high school or something. I can't even remember at this point. Definitely, you know, like maybe probably shouldn't have been playing it at that age. But can I go shit on Trump Tower? Fuck you. Oh, also, yeah, if you didn't know where our politics lie on this channel, that should tell you everything you need to know. But the Deadpool game was really just like perfect in every aspect. You know, like the story, it was just very much like a Deadpool game. And it was just killing and just brutal and, you know, jokes and what have you. And yeah, it was really great. I should replay that. It's been way too long since I've played that game. And then of course like the OG like good superhero game, the Batman Arkham games, which I love. And I've played all of them and beat all of them. I also think that those are like really good for people that like want to start getting into Batman, because like I've been into Batman since I was like a really young kid, and I'm sure like a lot of people that play the games are as well. But I also think that like potentially, if you've seen like some of the animated series and you just want to like get more into the character or something, or like you want to even just like know more, I feel like those games like really set up like solid Batman lore. So if you're someone that maybe isn't super familiar with the Batman universe, just in terms of like the Bat family, obviously it doesn't really go into the rest of DC Comics, but which is a darn shame, I'll tell you that. But the Arkham games, I'm not saying anything that people don't already know, but they are just phenomenal. And most of them have like a pretty comprehensive roster of the rogues gallery. Some might even be like side quests or like villains you've never even heard of. But that just makes it all the more fun, which I think is great. Swinging past that crime. Woo! See you, Floyd. Thanks for stopping by. We'll probably stop the stream soon. Also, I just gotta jump off this building again, which is what I'm swinging towards at the moment. I love streaming like this. It's so peaceful, and I would love to. I think maybe I will do that at some point again if people want. Is that like I'll just put this game on, I will swing around New York, and I'll just like answer people's questions, if people want to do some kind of like Q&A or something, or like hearing what other people have to say. Woo! Splash number 2. I should be dead. All right. Well, I think that's probably a good place to call it. Thanks so much, guys, for watching. This has been so fun. I love doing this. And definitely like in the future, I'm gonna have more sessions where I'm just doing this. We're also gonna have so many more games and stuff for you guys to check out. Coming up, we're gonna figure out how to do more stuff and potentially stream some more group-based games. But I also, I just want to release like just podcasty, sit back and talk style Let's Plays like Game Grumps or whatever. Just because that's just such a chill and fun style. As always, social media is up on the screen. You can find us on Twitter and Instagram at Twisted Mug Media. If you're watching this on Twitch, go check out our YouTube channel. You can go see the archived streams and stuff that we've done at this point. Although, to be fair, this is only the third one. And if you're watching this on YouTube, go check out our Twitch channel. Give us a like, so you can figure out, like when we're streaming and stuff. And of course, go check us out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts for all of the shows on the Twisted Mug Media Network. Yeah. Thanks so much, guys. I guess I will see you later. Peace.